So a man catches his dad smashing his girlfriend. What the actual but hey, let's go ahead and tap into this video.
Now, I know love is a very complicated thing. Trust me, I understand it. That's why I'm not really dealing with it right now. I'm in love with Paul Molina, and Paul Molina is faithful to me. I ain't gotta worry about no.
All right, Unc, man, come on. We starting the video off like this, bro? We already starting the video off like this, bro? Come on, man.
Cheating, I ain't gotta worry about none of that stuff. All I gotta do is worry about self-capitalization, and I'm all right.
All right, bro. All right, yo, Unc. This is not a therapy session, brother. This is not a therapy session. We do not care about you gooning, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Handle your addictions on your own accord.
Some of y'all want to go out there and actually date other people, which is cool, but it gets complicated, especially when somebody get caught cheating. Now, there's a terrible story right now about this young man who found out that his fiance, well, she didn't want to go head on and go through with the wedding, all right? She didn't have no interest.
Okay, hold on. They were finna get married? And his dad cracked her? Nah, bro.
And going through with the wedding.
Nah,
and he was shocked because he loved her and he got kids by her. But then...
Nigga, they had kids? No. Okay, I'm gonna keep on watching now.
This happened.
Did you hear the story about the man who suspected his fiance was cheating and then he caught her in bed with his father? Trey Turner from Ashtabula, Ohio, made a public announcement explaining that he was engaged to his fiance Danielle and they already had 3 kids. Trey Jr. and a set of twins. He said they were planning to be married, but she called off the wedding at the last minute.
She called it off? Nah, bro, what? So, no, hold on. Okay, so she got a piece of your father's meat and was like, oh, no, I can't marry this nigga. I need to get the papa, you nigga. What are we talking about, bro? That's disrespectful as shit. I mean, at least she didn't let the marriage continue because she was cheating and shit. But why would you, like, yo, he has 3 kids by you. Why are you even entertaining some shit like that, bro? That's weird.
Which made him suspicious. Trey says he began to suspect that his girlfriend was cheating on him, but he had no proof, so he thought he was being paranoid. One evening, Trey says Danielle told her that she would be taking the kids to spend the night at her mom's house. But when he called to speak to her, she hung up in his face. So
you're hanging up in my face after you slept with my dad. What? Nah, if you finna call off the wedding, go ahead and tell me why. Because now she's over here making it seem like it's his fault when it's really hers. Hell no, bro.
Called back a few hours later to say goodnight to the kids, and she didn't answer. And that made him think something was going on. He decided to take his dog for a walk through the neighborhood. And he was shocked when he saw Danielle's car parked outside his father's house. According to police reports, Trey broke into his father's house and found Danielle sleeping naked in the bed with his 46-year-old father. He jumped on his father.
Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Your own dad?
Trying to beat him down, but his father got up, went to the kitchen, grabbed a knife, and stabbed him 6 times.
Nigga, what? Yo, what? How you finna stab your own son when you cracking his wife? Who he has kids by? This is the worst father ever.
Both the father and the son were taken to the hospital, and Trey was airlifted to the trauma unit in Cleveland. But no one was arrested. Trey went on to post...
Nobody was low-key, his father was technically standing his ground, so I understand that. That's crazy, bro.
The update saying that Danielle told him that she was going to put him on child support for the twins, but not for the oldest child, Trey Jr.
What? You're finna put me on child support when you cheated with my father? Who does she think she is?
Jr., which makes him think that Trey Jr. is not really his child. The last update I saw, Trey said that Danielle was...
Because look, they've been doing this for a while, bro. They've been doing this for a while. This is not a uncommon thing, bro. They've been cracking on the loan for a minute. Plus, your dad's only 46. I can see his cutout right now. He looks like a handsome old fella. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. They've been doing this shit for the low. But I'm gonna be honest. Your father is really the horrible person in the situation. How you finna do that shit to your son and not tell him? That's fucked up. Now, of course, the wife. I mean, you a weirdo too. You was a weirdo too. But whenever I look at situations like this, I always blame the family first because A random girl you talking, you crushing, you doing whatever, even having kids with, they can do you dirty. They have no allegiance to you besides the kids they have with you. And it actually benefits her from not being with you because she can get child support. But your family, that's fucked up, bro. Because you're supposed to be staying with me no matter what. You're supposed to be locked in with me till like death do us part. And you finna betray me like that? Nah, fuck you. I'm not gonna lie.
Still messing around with his father. And he didn't like it because his father was being mean to the kids. So there you have it.
So you're gonna say,
what do you think of this story? Situation. Leave a comment to let me know.
This is a crazy situation.
Follow for more.
Oh my God.
This is bad. This might be one of the worst things I've ever heard. Yo, this might be one of the worst situations I've heard in a minute.
I mean, imagine, man. Your dad is clapping your baby mama.
Yo, is my mic tweaking?
For the twins.
Nah, it's just
your
it.
Baby mama. And then the 3 kids you think is yours, only 2 is yours.
Okay, we get the clap.
So think about how dusty this is, man. Your dad is with your baby mama. And not only is your kids his grandkids, who, by the way, he's being mean to.
Him being a dickhead to the grandkids is where I draw the line too. Because, okay, these are your blood. Now, obviously, if the father is going to disrespect his son in that way, I don't really think I ain't going to lie, bro. The bad guy in the situation is really the pops. I'm not going to hold you, bro, because, like, you just got no soul. You finna disrespect your son. Of course, you finna disrespect your grandkids, too, because you don't respect your son. But at the same time, it's just like, why? Like, that's your seeds. These are your seeds. This is your legacy. You're just finna disrespect them in this way? Just to get a nut off? Are you fucking serious? And you had a kid by her, too? Hell no.
His grandkids.
Why are you Eskimo bros to your son? Like, let's keep it a beam. Let's keep it a beam. What the fuck?
But really, his grandkid is also his son. Because he most likely is the father of the kid that you thought was your damn
that
kid.
Family chemistry is crazy.
Into the house,
that family tree gonna be crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
Trying to put hands on
Medieval
your daddy,
type
and
of
your
family
daddy
tree.
still stabbed you 6 times. You almost lost your life. Had to be airlift. Bruh, ain't no cooter worth that much. Now let me just say,
stabbing your son is crazy
before.
too.
I done cared about chicks before. I done did all that. But boy, ain't no love worth that. Don't get me wrong. I can see getting mad. I mean, I can.
But O'Shea though, I'm not even worried about the cooter. I'm not even worried about that. It's the loyalty that fucks with me. I'm gonna be honest. It's no loyalty to your family. That dad is a sick person. He's a horrible person. You're telling me you not only was cracking your son's girlfriend, soon to be wife, who had kids by him. Not only had a kid with that woman, knowingly had a kid with that woman. But you kept on cracking, you kept on doing shit, you let your son marry that girl or plan to marry that girl without saying shit. And then when the wedding finally happens, you force that girl to call it off. Because in all reality, he probably was a big influence to make that girl call it off. And then when your son finally catches what y'all nasty ass has been doing, instead of letting him get his rocks off, letting him beat your ass, because I'm not gonna lie, you deserve it, you end up fucking stabbing that nigga? Almost killing him? And not only that, you're also mean to his grandkids, which one of them is actually your kid too. You just a terrible person. People like that deserve to be in jail for life. What are we talking about? People like that people like that is the reason why I feel like parent licenses should be a thing. Because not everybody should be allowed to have a kid. He should not have been allowed to have a kid because he obviously doesn't care about that nigga. He doesn't care about the other kids he has too. That's also his son's dad or brother. Or it's weird, bro. He's the weird one.
See being ballistic. I can see even crying over it. But man, if that was my family member, it would never hear from me again.
Bro, I'm
that's
shooting
crazy.
niggas, bro. I'm gonna be honest. I'm violent. There's a reason why I don't got a gun, bro. If that was me, I would shoot that nigga. My dad ever did that to me, he would not be living no more. I'm gonna keep it a beam. And like that might be dark, but I don't care. Like no loyalty. Why would I care about you when you clearly obviously don't care about me? I ain't gonna lie.
Some of y'all family hate y'all. And to even pick a chick like that who would do something like that, that's disgusting. But I'm glad y'all did it because, hey, I'm about to get paid today on the Dusty News Network. Next story.
All right. I think we're only gonna talk about that. I don't like, you feel me? I like keeping shit, you feel me, to what it is. What do y'all think about that? What do y'all think about that? I think that's crazy as shit. I think that whole thing is crazy as shit. I want to see y'all opinions about that whole story. Besides that, we out. Love y'all. Follow the Twitch.